One glance at a book, and you hear the voice of another person, perhaps someone dead for 1,000 years, to read us to voyage through time. If you ask me which medicine suit the best for the ailment of the mind, I will undoubtedly recommend and prescribe books. As everyone agrees well, literature is the most soothing and comforting antidote for all kinds of strain, worries, and anxieties. We experience all this badly and acutely during this panic days of corona, and if ever tune our minds and psyche in accordance with the habit of reading, most of us will be able to flow undisturbed in the firmament of starry sky. The great tree of knowledge and enjoyment that was planted thousands of years back still flourish well, only with the manure and water nourished by millions of readers around the globe. Let me wish a wonderful experience of reading, enjoying, and thereby confronting the life issues successfully to all my students, colleagues, friends, and well wishers.
Hi, good morning everybody. How are you? Hope all of you are keeping safe at home. Okay, we have enough time now. We needn't get up early, go to school or do anything in a hurry. Of course, our online classes have started. Yet, we have enough time. How do you spend your time? By watching TV or using mobile? Don't you read books? Yes, I am sure all of you love to read books. A room without books is a body without soul. Yes, books are our part and parcel of our life. Let's make a journey through some of our wonderful writers. Come, let's see who these writers are.
He was not of an age, but for all time. This is what Ben Jonson said about William Shakespeare, the greatest writer and dramatist in the world of English literature. Born in Stratford-upon-Avon in the year 1564, he was the son of John Shakespeare and Mary Urdon. He is often called England's national bard and the Bard of Avon. His works include 39 plays, 154 sonnets, 3 long narrative poems, etc. His plays have been translated to every major living language and are performed all over the world. On 23rd April 1616, he left the world, leaving a wonderful treasure to us. Let me share my most favorable quote of Shakespeare. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Thou being, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. Aright thee which, the rump-fed Runyon cries. Her husband's to a leper gone, master of the tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind,
Thou art kind.
and I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know in the ship.
I am beholding to you.
For Brutus' sake, he finds himself beholding to us all.
Bless us, speak no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant!
I'm certain we are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.
Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and a few to be chewed and digested. That's the reality about book. They let you travel without moving your feet. Poetry is an echo, asking a shadow to dance. If you cannot be a poet, be the poem. Yes, now we move on to the world of poetry.
Nature never did betray the heart that loved her. A major English romantic poet, William Wordsworth, was born in the year 1770 in the Lake District of Northern England. He lost his mother when he was 7 and his father when he was 13. He was sent to a grammar school at Horcher, a village in the heart of the Lake District. Lyrical Ballads, a collection of poems written by William Wordsworth, and St. College made him a major figure in the literary circle. He became poet laureate in 1843. His famous works include Daffodils, Lucy Gray, The Solitary Reaper, and The Prelude. He is known as the poet of nature. He died on 23rd April 1815 and was buried at Oswald's Church, Grasmere. And I would like to mention the ever-remembering quote of Wordsworth: "Come forth into the light of things. Let nature be your teacher."
The greatest of those was William Wordsworth, who lived here in Dove Cottage. Wordsworth spent his most productive years, 1799 to 1808, in this humble stone house. This is where he married, had kids, and wrote much of his best poetry. In these cramped and simple quarters, Wordsworth practiced his philosophy of plain living and high thinking.
I wandered, lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company.
There are two main reasons why I keep introducing you to writers from the olden times. One reason is to get you familiar with these masters from the past, as they were from a time for too long back from yours. The second reason is more of a selfish one. These are the writers who are my favorites and who I strongly feel should be heard and read about. Wow, let's meet the writers who created magic through magical realism. Yes, Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
From the heat and dust of Latin America, poverty-stricken and often violent, Gabriel Garcia Marquez blended history and superstition, the real and the surreal, to create a world as exotic and alluring as a South American carnival. He grew up here in the Colombian town of Aracataca, a lonely child in his grandparents' house. That childhood formed the basis for his most famous book, 100 Years of Solitude.
Formerly known as Gabo, Gabriel Garcia Marquez was born in 1927 in Colombia. One of the greatest writers of 20th century, he was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1982, mostly for his masterpiece 100 Years of Solitude. He is the best-known Latin American writer in history. In 100 Years of Solitude, Marquez tells the story of Macondo, an isolated town whose history is like the history of Latin America. He used a technique that has come to be known as magical realism in his works. These works made him so popular. 100 Years of Solitude, Love in the Time of Cholera, News of Kidnapping and the Leaf Storm. Nobody deserves your tears, but whoever deserves them will not make you cry.
Reading is a conversation. All books talk, but a good book listens as well. Let's meet the man who said, "The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity."
Classic is a book that has never finished saying what it has to say. The author of two masterpieces, War and Peace and Anna Karenina, Count Nikolaevich Tolstoy, was regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. He was born in 1828 at Yasnaya Polyana in Russia. He is considered as one of the giants of Russian literature and a master of realistic fiction. Anna Karenina and War and Peace are the finest novels ever written. A philosophical anarchist, he passed away on 22 November 1910. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Indeed, a most relevant quote by Leo Tolstoy, an eye-opening one.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. Though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. The most profound understanding of human development came through a genius, Khalil Gibran, and another genius, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, quoted it in his book, The Wings of Fire.
It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled, from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road crossing forests and villages. And in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter, there seems nothing more than to.
Today is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. Your coming generation feel proud when they encounter what you have left for them. A Lebanese author, philosopher, poet, and visual artist Khalil Gibran was born the year 1883. He is the best known as the author of The Prophet, which was the first published in the United States in 1923 and has become one of the best-selling books of all time. It's translated into more than 100 languages. Gibran's untamed fame rests as a great poet, thinker, and mystic writer. Most of his writings were done originally in Arabic and later translated into English. Most of Gibran's paintings have expressed his personal vision, spiritual and mythological symbolism. He died in 1920 at the age of 48. Trust in dreams, for in them is the hidden gate to eternity.
We did not have a place to rest, but in the glow of this evening sun, we felt that we were gods who had lost their way and had strayed into an uncanny planet. These are the words of Kamala Das Madhavikutty, one of the most original Indo-Anglican poets, whose poems are full of crude feelings. She remains unequaled and matchless. Words come to her effortlessly and become one with emotions. Let's have a glimpse.
My Grandmother's House by Kamala Suraya. I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. snakes moved among books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon.
I speak 3 languages, writing 2, dreaming 1. Popularly known by her one-time pen name Madhavikutty and married name Kamala Das and pet name Ami. Kamala Surya was an Indian Virgin English as well as a writer in Malayalam. Born in Punnayurkulam, she was better known in her home state of Kerala for her short stories and autobiography. Her ancestral home, Nalapat, had produced several writers including Mother Poetess Balamani Amma and Nalapat Narayana Menon, the author of Yavari Remembering Elegy of Malayalam, Kannunir Tulli. Kamala wrote openly and frankly and lived by her own terms all of her life, which is clearly visible in her writing.
നീർമാതളത്തിൻ്റെ ചില്ലമേൽ ആതിരപ്പാൽ നിലാച്ചോല വീഴുമ്പോൾ പിച്ച നടന്നൊരീ മണ്ണിൻ്റെ മഞ്ചാടി മുത്തും പവിഴമാകുമ്പോൾ നീലച്ചിറകാകളന്ന ചിതാകാശ ദൂരം മറന്നിളവേൽക്കാൻ ജാലകം താരകത്താലമാക്കും പാതിരാവിൻ്റെ താരാട്ടിലാടാൻ. ഈ വഴിയോരത്തൊരായിരം പൂവിതൾ തൂവിയ കൗമാരം തേടി നെറ്റിയിൽ ഭസ്മവര കുറിച്ചേലോടി നിൽക്കുമമ്മയെ തേടി വച്ചു മറന്ന കിനാവുകൾ തൻ നാട്ടുപച്ചയാം നാൾ വഴി തേടി എത്തുകയാണിതാ നീർമാതളം പൂത്ത മുറ്റത്തൊരു സ്വപ്ന സഞ്ചാരി.
Dear all, with this, I have brought you on the threshold of reading. Make your journey through this and enjoy your life. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you one and all.
എത്തുകയാണിതാ നീർമാതളം പൂത്ത മുറ്റത്തൊരു സ്വപ്ന സഞ്ചാരി.